Hey, if you like snow and cold, then this forecast is for you. As we end October and go into November, this will be the system forming out across portions of the Rockies. Look at the isobars there, lots of wind associated with that. This gets going across the middle of the country with a snow swath setting up. That could be some area of decent snow, and then back towards the east. Wind, rain for your Halloween night activities into Friday morning as a heavy rain band, even some thunderstorms likely moving east with the cold front. And then there's your snow area, Wisconsin, Michigan, up into portions of southern Canada, through portions of Quebec, into Newfoundland, eventually where that rain area now moves across the coastal area of the U.S. Just a few snow showers, but very cold air coming in for the end of the week. We'll see that system really start to produce some decent snow across portions of southeastern Canada. We quiet down, high pressure and control across the middle portion of the country, but notice, cold air, even a little clipper system, that'll be snow. Wow, Great Lakes, hello, a nice early start for you. Way too soon to really get any kind of estimates for the lake effect side variety, but we do look to have a setup for some lake effect snow going through the end portion of the weekend, and still pretty quiet pattern out across the Intermountain West, the middle of the country as well. We'll see this system develops. It looks to be pretty weak overall for early portions of next week, moving in towards portions of the Great Lakes with maybe a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow, as we'll have some swings as we adjust our season temperatures up and down. Definitely cold air coming, but before we get to the cold, yes, there will be a nice swath of snow. The biggest area is going to be across portions of southeastern Canada. That's where several inches is looking pretty likely. Much more up in the air here. This isn't going to be everything that accumulates. This is going to be falls. We'll see some melting due to the warm ground temperatures. Not all models are consistent with the placement or the amounts on this, but it does look like an area we'll see a few inches of accumulating snow. And with that comes a lot of the cold. The Barney colors, we're breaking them out. Widespread below average cold, shoving its way off towards the southeast. That cold front reaches all the way through the Gulf Coast, spreads in. Those green colors, very widespread below average to well below average temperatures. We'll have maybe a little bit of a moderating trend for a few days as we break out our Arctic blast again. Here's some more cold. This will kind of be the pattern as we go in towards November now. Lots of shots of colder air. An active pattern as well. So if you don't have a weather service secured and you're serious about your operation and saving time and money, an accurate detailed weather service from NeoWeather will provide impact specific forecasts with very user-friendly charts and graphs. Now let's give you a little snippet of our regional look at our winter forecast that just came out. You can watch the whole video live on the NeoWeather Facebook or YouTube page. Where's the cold going to be? No big surprise where you have that dip in the jet stream. Widespread cold area, Chicagoland, Grand Rapids, Buffalo, up into portions of Albany and New England. And then flip side, there's where your ridging is likely going to be. And this could be very warm temperatures. Vegas through the desert area, Utah, up into maybe portions of the Pacific Northwest as well. Now, if you're really worried about a consecutive bad ski season, don't be too concerned because there's going to be a decent amount of precipitation across portions of the Rocky Mountains here and spreading down in towards Southern California as well. So in those higher elevations, it will be cold enough still to get a fair decent amount of snow. Different story across the Cascades. There you go, Seattle area, probably a lot less rain and snow, especially compared to what we saw last year. And that's also going to be a little drier across the southern plains where we have some of those cold blasts that might get down at times. It's probably not going to produce too much in the way of storminess. Different story out east. That looks to be the main wintry area, and that's also where we're expecting the cold. So you know what's coming. Here's the combination. This could be big time in the snow zone here across our nation's capital, up across the I-95 corridor, Boston, New York City, up into portions of New England, the Birmingham area, and it's probably going to be snowy in Cleveland and Detroit, in portions of Peru, Illinois, back towards the Twin Cities area as well, where we have that area of cold. It might not be as active of a pattern across the Great Lakes and portions of the Midwest as what we saw last year, but I still think you're going to see a fairly decent amount of cold and snow.